Anyway, without further delay, let's give our good brother, my brother, your brother, the other brother. You know what I mean? Brian Norman Sr. We call him Bill on this part. Let's give a round of applause. Let's give a round of applause. Let's give a round of applause. Give a round of applause, man. What's going on?
What's going on, Coach? Man, you all right?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. Right now, I'm on that sticky icky right now. I'm feeling good. You get what I'm saying? hey, B, look here, man. Listen, bro. I'm telling you, I'm watching this fight this past Saturday. I don't mean to jump right into it.
Cool.
No, you know what? Before I do that, let us know what's going on. What's going on with your son? When is he? When are we expecting him back in back in the ring again?
They got it set right now for March because they don't have no dates in January. Not sure if they got something in February, but they don't have nothing in January, so they got it set for March right now. Hopefully we can get a little closer, maybe February if we can. But right now it looks like March. Right now it looks like March, early March.
Okay, early March. So to anybody who don't know, let everybody know why Junior wasn't fighting on the Keyshawn Davis undercard.
He had hand surgery on July the 29th. It was supposed to be healed in 8 weeks. 8 weeks would have put it at the end of September. So we would have had it. I was like, he was still working with the other hand. So he was still working, still running, still training, still doing everything he could with the other hand. But as far as sparring, he couldn't ever spar. So he tried to spar when it was ready. And he wasn't ready. It was tender. Hurt, you know what I'm saying? It was tender. It wasn't quite ready. So we didn't want to risk going out and him hurt, re-injuring and shit like that. That'd have been his third surgery. Well, this is his third surgery. So we didn't want to risk him re-injuring it. When he went to the doctor on the 25th of September, they said he needed about 3-4 more weeks. So he ended up sparring back again, I think in the middle of October. He perfect now. He good. He ready to go.
All right, man. Look here, man. I'm finna get straight to it. Now, I saw your video you did. I think you dropped the video on your Instagram. Fight Hype reposted it. You was laughing and kikiing. Let everybody know what that's all about, because I got some tough questions for you today. Some tough ones.
Hey, I like the tougher the questions, the better. I mean, the better. All right. That was honestly, it wasn't gloating. It wasn't gloating. It was me proving that I knew what the fuck I was talking about. And what I was saying was I never said that Boots wasn't a good fighter. Still not saying he's a good fighter. He's not a good fighter because he is. He's a tremendous fighter. I'm still a fan of his. I was just saying that when I went to, hell, I told you personally, showed you the TV and the breakdown and the whole night. Yeah. So I was just going back looking at it. I was like, wait a minute, this guy ain't been tested at all. Like none of his opponents have a chance in hell of beating him. None of his opponents from the starting bell, they either too short, too small, too slow, too flat-footed. They always too something where they don't stand a chance in hell of beating him. You know what I mean? So the way I break down my son's opponent is I look at the fighter, I look at what the fighter's doing, I look at what the other fighter's doing, and then I look at what that fighter is doing when something is coming at him. I look at what that fighter is doing when somebody hits him. I look at what that fighter is doing when he get caught up in, you know what I'm saying, when he get caught up in certain situations. And I started to notice this motherfucker when he get caught up in shit because wasn't nobody doing nothing. They didn't have a chance. They was like light years away from him. And as far as reach, they were either so flat-footed, all he had to do was move slightly to the left or to the right, and they couldn't get to him to save their fucking life. Like, it was crazy. So when I came back, when I noticed that, and then came back and did interviews saying that, of course, just because I'm talking, people don't like me just because I talk. You know what I'm saying? Just because I open my mouth, people gonna have a problem with what I say, which is I don't give a shit. I don't care. Anyway, but I'm gonna speak my truth, and my truth is going to come to be true. Even past this, it's going to come fruition, and all of y'all. Every last person that got something bad to say, you gonna see the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because my boy is delivering some serious shit, and he ain't but 23 years old. Anyway, fast forward to what else I was talking about. I say he's never been tested. I've always said when he gets tested, then we'll see. I know he does not like to fight. Hear me. He does not like to fight. When somebody fights him back, he gives you a roll or two, and then he either gonna punch back or he gonna grab you and hold you. You know what I mean? I noticed that he doesn't like to fight. He's gonna grab and go in the clinch. We don't hold it all. I don't believe in clinch. I want to fight. We want to fight. You know what I mean? So it was just, like I said, it was certain things that I noticed, and it was just as I said. I had gave more details to other people's, and when he was getting cracked with, I was like, I knew that motherfucker defense wasn't that good. It was like these people are light years away from him, so they're not gonna hit him anyway. So it looked like he got good defense. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Yeah, the thing that get me is this here. What surprised you in this fight? Because this this is what I don't like. When I'm discussing with American boxing online. We look at these Eastern European fighters and some of these fighters because we don't know their names. A lot of these guys over here don't do the research on them. That we chump them off as being Euro bombs or this or that, right? And it's
Right.
like, no, if you do the research on them, like you're a trainer, so you study these fighters. Nah, this motherfucker good. He got good boxing pedigree. Yeah, this
Yep.
motherfucker, he don't fought, seen every style, known the man fighting all over the world and stuff like that. But over here, they're not a part of the popular fighter echo chamber. Over here. So when we see here fighters by the name of Karen, I don't know how to pronounce the last name, so I call him Karen Chugga Chugga. So you got somebody like Karen Chugga Chugga.
I watch the show, man. True, true.
Yeah, Karen Chugga Chugga. I'm gonna tell you something. He was letting his hands go. Now
You
Boots
know,
won the fight.
now go back, because of course that was the only one I had to watch. That I had to watch what Boots was doing, where
Yeah,
somebody was actually doing something to him. So that was the only competitive fight that I had to go off of. And when I watched that fight, let me give you what you're looking at. When I watched that fight, I knew that Boots had problem with fighters that move, and I'm not talking about running around the ring, because this man didn't run around the ring. His movement also gave Boots trouble last night, and let me tell you how. And I can give the blueprint, because Boots not gonna be able to fix what the problem I'm finna tell you he got. He locks his knees. He locks both of his knees. The front knees are locked. So when you step off to the side, when he's planted the punch, and you step off to the side of him, he's a mile away. You remember the first fight I was watching? He might have punched, and it was so amateur. It's like this man is way over here, and he
mm,
threw a fucking punch. You know what I mean? It's because he simply stepped to the side. He's not. He's used to flat-footed fighters that they gave him, placed them right in front of him. You know what I mean? And he could sit there and beat on them. This guy moved to the side. When he moved to the side, he might have threw a jab, and that shit was like, you know, this far away from his face. That's the first fight. I was like, what the fuck? It was the most amateurish shit I seen. Now, of course, that's still no disrespect. It happens or whatever. This is not shitting on him. I'm just giving you what I saw. And for you to miss that big, again, you can go watch the first fight and you'll see what I'm talking about. For you to miss that big, that says something. Like, you don't miss that damn big. You don't swing for a hook and swing all the way around. He did a
yeah.
360 the first round. I mean, the
I remember that.
first fight.
I
He did
remember
it
that.
again this fight. That's how
Yeah, this
desperate
fight
he
too. Yeah.
was. Yeah, so I was just looking at certain situations, man. Again, he just used to having everything handed to him on a platter. He's not used to fighting at all. He used to just people being afraid of him, and he goes to town with them, and that's just what he used to. So this time he faced a good fighter, a good boxer, a good mover. I have nothing but respect for Karen Chugga Chugga. I ain't got nothing but respect for Karen Chugga and any other fighter, to be honest with you, that get in the ring and give their 1,000% and train for it and work for it. I mean, this is a hard job to do, man. So I don't disrespect nobody and say they nobody. You know what I mean? That now, I'm saying that you may catch me say that something like he ain't fought nobody. Yeah, I'm gonna say that that's just all this fan love and war. But as far as that, I respect all fighters that actually train and do what they're supposed to do.
All right, man. So listen, man. So I'm looking at what the people saying under these videos. Where they were showing the results of Boots winning the fight. A lot of the fans were disappointed. They didn't know who Karen was. They've been hearing stuff like Boots is the second coming of Roy Jones, and he'll beat Crawford because he's a switch hitter and he's athletic and he's like this superhuman fighter. And when the people did not get the outcome that they desired, again, Boots won the fight. He won the fight. I did not agree with the 119-107 score. I don't know what the hell that judge was looking at. But my thing is, if you put yourself in the boxing fans' shoes, B. The boxing fans are hearing all of this stuff from different channels and different outlets and stuff like that about this guy. They don't know who Karen is, and then when this guy is performed admirably in a loss against Boots, they're like, wait a minute, they go to second guessing themselves. Is that the fault of the boxing fans? Do you feel like, hey, well, you know what? Because I can show you what they said in the chats and
No,
in the comment section.
I believe man, I've read it all. Like, let me tell you, this is how I feel about anything. Any video you want to know how the fans feel, you read the first 10 to 12 comments, and the rest of them will echo that because people are just known to follow.
Yeah.
So when they get in, they read the first 10 to 12 comments, and whatever is said, the rest of it's gonna be an echo of that. So I already know how they go. I've read all the comments, I've seen everything they got to say. Now I'm gonna say this: it definitely was that 109, whatever the hell else they want.
119, 107.
19, yeah. Now see, that's the reason that we had a problem with fighting in Philly, and they had to pay this and pay that. That's there you go, right there. That's the fucking reason. Like we didn't want to go fight in his hometown and risk getting robbed by some shit like that. But now I want to get off topic. I'm gonna get to what I gotta say next later. So now with that, we didn't want to risk that. So that was a bullshit ass score. You asked me, was it the fault of the fans for giving him that title? No, what
The
it was.
expectations. They felt like Boots did not live up. I mean, he won the fight,
I'm
but
about to tell you. I'm about to tell you what I think it was. I don't think it was the fans' fault. I think it was trickery. I said it on many interviews before. It was smoke and mirrors. The PBC that he got with and Cameron Duncan, his protector, because he was once our protector also too. We had the same match. That's how we got affiliated with Boots. He's good at protecting his fighters and finding opponents to make them look good. He knew what the fuck he doing. You know what I'm saying? Same thing that Floyd did. You get flat-footed fighters. If you get a athletic fighter, you get. I mean, to compare him to Roy Jones, though, when you looking at what he did Saturday night and saying he's the next Roy Jones, you got to feel dumb as hell for that. I never thought that. That's the craziest shit in the world. But it was just smoke and mirrors, man. They gave him the right opponents. They knew they knew his strengths, and they gave him opponents to make his strengths look better than what they are. And we all ate it up. I ate it up myself until I told you I went and watched, and I watched as a trainer when I'm about to compete with you, and I was like, this some bullshit. Now again, at the time I'm like, well, it's so many things I don't know. But now after watching Karen Sugar, it's a lot of things I do know. Now I'm gonna get to what I was about to say. We knocking his ass out, no matter what.
Listen, I'm glad you said that.
We knocking his ass out.
What say you about the people who say, you know what? Karen did what you guys was afraid to do. Y'all did all this talking and all this stuff there. Karen went there and fought the man. Y'all say everything, but let's fight. Why you ain't fight him? If it was that bad.
Karen went there and fought the man, gave a valiant effort, and one judge gave that motherfucker one round. That's why we champions. We not contenders. We are world champions. We are Boost equal. We not Boost lesser. I seen something this morning where a motherfucker told me, I feel like y'all don't deserve a fight with Boost. We don't deserve. How the fuck should you have to deserve a fight with this man right here who's a world champion that hasn't fought a notable name? We fought a more notable name than he did. We fought a more notable name than he did with Giovanni Santillan because Giovanni Santillan was set to beat us. He was supposed to beat us. You can't name one fighter that Boost fought that had a 5% chance, a 10% chance of beating him. That they expected, 10%. Karen Sugar was plus 1275.
Damn.
Plus 1275. That means you bet $100, you win $1,275. My son, his last fight was plus 450. That means if you bet on my son, you bet $100, you win $450. My son was a underdog. Boost has never even been a quarter dog. You know what I mean? Like he's always been the super dog in all of his opponents. So I'm sick of these people saying what's going on. Again, I keep giving this comparison, but that's what it is. You put an 8-foot goal out there, you put a child in front of him, and you give him a fucking basketball, do your thing. And that's what he did. It's simple as that. Simple as that, man. You got so many fighters in the world, man. No fighter that you've seen, you can go watch his opponents. You don't know any of his opponents. David Avenesian, they was giving him so much credit and even comparing him to Bud, saying he took him out in the same amount of time as Bud and blah, blah, blah. Or he did it faster than Bud because he didn't come out for the 6th round. Wait a minute. Go check that over me. Go ahead, check over. He
knocked him out.
Listen, he did it faster than Bud, but check it out. Watch this. David Avenesian had been on a 2-year layoff, coming off of a fucking knockout cold by Bud Crawford. He was on a 2-year layoff, and he's coming on 1 month notice. What credit are y'all getting at that point? Then it's like, bro, what the fuck are y'all doing now? You was just picking at David Avocado, and now all of a sudden David Avocado is a world-class fighter, top-tier fighter, because he got knocked out by Terrence Crawford. You know what I mean? Giovanni Santillan just knocked out Alexis Rocha, who knocked out Blair the Flair. So we at least got names attached to us. We got some names attached, and we went out and destroyed the man that everybody said we didn't have a chance with. We fought an Olympian and Quentin Roundham. Yeah. No matter how bad it looked, we won that thing 10 rounds. I don't care about the smothering. You can say what you want to say. Yeah. I never seen Boots fight an Olympian. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what's the name? Is it what's the name of the Olympian? Karen. Karen is I thought Karen was an Olympian, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Oh, good job.
I could. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. I could be wrong.
You may be right. I don't know. But hey, again, they never gave him. They never gave Karen a chance in here. Karen was a bum. The only reason he survived is because he ran. This time, Karen started and stepped right to him.
He did.
He stepped right to him. He was right where Boots wanted him. I have been saying this other thing. I think I might have told you this too. Boots is pillow fisted.
Yeah, you said that.
He pillow fisted. I said he went. Look, I texted his daddy before the fight, and a couple days before the fight, and I told him your son hit like a girl. Yeah, I did. That's why his daddy was saying, "Get him out of here." You know, I'm telling you. That's why his daddy just wanted him to get out. He laughed at me or whatever. You know, saying this and that, all fun and game, but that's the truth. You got a man in front of you that's there to fight. Knock his ass out. A guy standing there fighting my son, he dropped bricks like Boots was dropping on him. He going to sleep.
Yeah.
He going to sleep. Ain't nobody gonna tell you different.
I think that's why the boxing fans were shocked because Boots did drop him. I think Boots dropped him in the 9th round. He made him take a knee.
He did drop him. Right.
Boots caught him with a good uppercut. He finished off that combo. He took a knee, but he got up.
He better remove. He smartly took a knee instead of sitting up trying to be brave. He knew what he was doing. I mean, that was very smart fighter. Like again, I have nothing but respect for Karen. I mean, he did a tremendous job.
Yeah, he got my respect. He definitely got my respect.
Came out of this fight way up here, and Boots just came way down here. And I'm not saying that Karen is above Boots. I'm just mean from where they were when this fight started, because Boots was already up here. So Boots got knocked the fuck down. Karen got knocked the fuck up. As far as in the boxer's eyes, you know what I'm saying? As far as the expectations and things of that nature. So now Karen is a name because now he's attached to Boots.
Right.
You got it? Albanesian became a name because he was attached to Bud knocking him out. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy how it works. You know what I mean? But simple as this, if you want to look at the competition with Giovanni, a guy that came to fight, a guy throwing up, he was valiant warrior, gave valiant effort in his hometown. Everything was against us. You got Boots, everything is in his favor. We come out on top in a more devastating fashion than what Boots just did. We come out on top in a way more devastating fashion, and not to keep it real with you, we going on the streak of that. You're gonna see from now on. That's what you're gonna see. That's what we gunning for. We ain't going for, and that's why we didn't go ahead and take that fight. Because if you look at Jesus Perez, my son had one hand. Anybody want to go back and watch that fight? They want to say he didn't look good, he didn't look this. Go back and watch that fight. My son had one hand. He had one hand. He jabbed him all night long. He might have touched him with the right and go back to the jab. Jab, hook, move. You want to go watch his footwork? People say about his style, say he don't have he got a different kind of style. Go watch it. Go watch his private fights. He don't just stand there and get hit. I asked him, this one guy this morning, I come through with and said, your son get hit too. I said, in what fight have you ever seen my son get hit like Boots got hit that Saturday night? And Perez, I said the Perez situation to him. He was like, no, he did get hit. I said, okay, well, I'm watching the fight. I don't see that shit. Do me a favor. Screen record where my son is getting hit like Boots is getting hit and send it to me. You know, I ain't heard nothing since. You know what I'm saying? I ain't heard nothing since. These people don't have nothing to stand on. All this shit is fanfare and what they told you you're supposed to believe and the names you're supposed to know. You got to remember, all of these, Mike Tyson once was unknown. Floyd Mayweather once was unknown. You know what I mean? These people, Roy Jones once was unknown. Muhammad, I can go on. These people have to have a start somewhere. And my son is at his start, and he's about to, he going to take it over. At this point right now, I do believe that he is the best in the welterweight division, and he going to come through.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.